So I just stopped at this FedEx office. I came in, was in my car for a few moments as I was getting the paperwork ready to make some copies. A guy comes up in a pickup truck, starts peering through my windows because I had them partially closed off. So I don't like people looking at me. And then he notices I'm in there. I open the door. He pulls around. He pretends. I see he has a security jacket, and he pretends he's like checking on my welfare. He says, "Are you okay?" He says, "I noticed you've been parked there for a while, and I had just pulled in." And then I say, "Who are you?" And I notice he has Arizona license plate, out of state. So I figure he's not a real security guard. He's like some kind of poser, and he's probably thinking about breaking into my car, or getting a quick something to pull out quickly because the windows are left open. And he realizes I'm in there. He pretends he's doing a welfare. So I go into the FedEx office. He speeds off after I start trying to inquire about who he is. Then I call the police, and then I go in the FedEx office, and I ask one of the guys, "Do you have security for this parking lot?" And he says, "Yeah." And he goes, "Oh, was he bald?" And they go, "No, no." And this guy was driving around. The security they have walks around, apparently, not drives around. And he didn't match the description of the guy he was talking about. So I go, "Oh, what's the number for the security?" And he goes, "Oh, I'll call him." And so I go about and make my copies. It takes me about 5 minutes. Then I go back up to him. I said, "So did you call him?" He goes, "Yeah, I did." I said, "Well, can I have that number too, so I can call as well?" He goes, "Well, I'm not sure. It might be just an internal phone number just for us." I don't think he even called. I mean, it was 5 minutes later, and he was walking around back there. It didn't seem like he picked up the phone. And then he goes back. "Oh, let me go check." So he goes back. He obviously is talking to somebody in the back, the manager. And then he comes back and says, "Yeah, the manager says that's for internal use only." So I said, "Can I talk to the manager?" And she comes out. Her name is Darcy. And I say, and I tell her what happened, this and that. It seemed like she didn't really even appreciate it. She just said, we've had some problems here, but and then he goes, she says, "I don't even have the phone number right now." And the other guy's standing there, and I say, "Well, he said he just called." And he quickly says, "Oh, I must have called the wrong number." It sounded like total BS. Like they don't care at all. And I'm not, that makes me even feel worse. That they're not even going to actually take it seriously. I said, "Do you even want to know the description of the vehicle or anything?" And she goes, "Oh, yeah, let me do that. Let me write that down." So she brings out a pad of paper. She writes it down. She doesn't even write down Arizona. I keep saying it was an Arizona place. She doesn't write that down. I got the feeling that they were going to totally forget about this the minute I walked out the door. And this looks like one of those fake security guards who's walking around, driving around, taking advantage of people, maybe robbing people's cars, whatever. She didn't even pretend like she really cared. She barely pretended. Shame on Darcy. I don't think this will be reported. I'm going to call FedEx corporate headquarters.